That's right, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my gosh, I have this logo right over my face in like the perfect spot. Shual. How you guys doing? What's going on? Welcome to the graphic novels of this week's stream. I'm still going to be running my simulcast and my other stream on here also on this channel for a bit because we're slowly getting those watch hours up. It is and it is slow, my friends. We're trying to get, of course, monetization on the channel that will help a lot. We've got the subs, we just don't have the watch hours, which is unusual for me because I have a lot of watch hours on my other channel. But we are doing everything we can on that front. We are now at, according to this 2069 watch hours. We need 3,000 to get memberships and super chats on here. And we need 4,000 in order to just get like ad revenue. So I'm going to just be simul streaming, doing as much streaming as I possibly can. Is there a typo in the things? Where's the typo? Is it in the stream title? New graphic novels of the week. Did I? Where's my typo? Oh, you typoed. Okay. I only get notifications this channel. Yeah, I think the other channel gets some hate from the YouTube algorithm for that sort of thing, just because we've got some spicier content over there. We just talk comics over here. How you doing, Earthmine? How you doing? Drake, good to see you. Manaho, something like that. I don't know. We're never going to figure out how to pronounce your name correctly. But I had a hell of a weekend. My foot's been just a disaster. I'm not even walking on it. It is not broken. I went to the doctor and got it x-rayed. So it is just a sprained foot. I got a sprained tendon, like the tendon that connects the bottom of the foot and all the toes and stuff. It's painful. So that's what I got right now. And on top of that, I got like the coof or something. I was sick all weekend. So actually, I spent a lot of time reading comic books. I just went through and did like I think 5 different comic book reviews. I saved them because I spent almost the whole weekend reading a bunch of Star Trek comics, of course, which I know annoys everybody. But I read Star Trek: The Q Conflict. I read the New Frontier stuff from Wildstorm back in the 90s. And then I read a bunch of Bad Idea comics because I went and I picked up the whole slate of Bad Idea comics that have come out in retail shops since the last time I paid attention to them. And I read all their one-shots. So I've got 2 series left to read, which is Orc Island and Escape from Wyoming. And I'll read those probably this week too. And then I read a lot of I read a Daredevil Epic Collection, like 500 pager. So that was a big, long one. And then I read Whatever Happened to the Cape Crusader, the Neil Gaiman 2-parter for Batman. I think that's all I read this week. Oh, I finished the Brandon Sanderson novel because I've got those the Kickstarter Brandon Sanderson stuff coming in. So I read the second one of those. I've got 3 of them. I've read 2 of them. I'm actually keeping up on those pretty well. He's pretty easy to read. So this is my book. If you guys don't know about it, this is Flying Sparks, the companion volume, and we're trucking along. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with how things are going. We're halfway through the campaign. I'm only leaving this open for 14 days. Going to go to print and just move on. So this is one of those campaigns where I'm collecting Flying Sparks issue 0, Flying Sparks Punchline crossover, Unleash the Kraken, and Flying Sparks, the Meta Man special. So it's about 80 pages of content. And if you've not read these before, they do matter to the main storyline. They're also all very standalone stories. They didn't like fit in there. I didn't want to put them as issues proper, but that was that. And, we're up right now. So we're running into 2 things on this. You guys are probably wondering, why does he have like 40 backers when his campaigns usually have like 300 or 400 or 500 or 600? And why is the dollar amount so low? There's a few reasons for that. And it's actually doing fine because, again, this is material in which has already been out there. And I actually tracked all the single issues of these. Each one of these books, when they were out as single issues, have sold over 300 copies. So this is on top of the 300 copies that each of them is normally sold, which is about right for Flying Sparks. Almost every Flying Sparks since volume 2 has consistently sold around 300 backers. Copies just depend on, who buys what. So each one of those has had that already, which is great. And then there's only books on this campaign. So I'm not offering a bunch of other frills and a bunch of other things like like you know, t-shirts and posters and things like that. It's just 4 tiers. You've got your volume 1, which if you want to just get in on Flying Sparks volume 1, somebody bought one. And the companion itself, which is just it. I've got the full Flying Sparks, which is 6 volumes, and I actually discount this for people. So you just want to get that, and you've not read Flying Sparks, is a great way to do so. You get $10 off on that, and then you get my full slate, which is 11 volumes, and you get a full volume for free basically off of this. So it's a really good deal to go in if you've not read the books already. We come out with books faster than almost everybody, and so we are really pushing storylines, like continuing storylines, working this just like old pulp magazines used to do. So new issues all the time. And I really think we are just outworking everybody else in comics out there. We are producing more, and we're producing better, and everything's just every new book just getting so much better than the last. I'm just thrilled with how we're doing things. So please check this out. That link's in the description. I'm also going to put it in the chat for you guys. And I would appreciate some backing today. We'd love to get this to 50 backers. It would be amazing. And the goal was $2,000 here. But it's already profitable. And so I honestly needed about 1,000 in order to be profitable. I just set 2,000 just because it felt a little better than 1,000. Because like I said, these have already been out in single issues before. So we've already made sales to the point where all the art's been paid for and all that. So good stuff. So there's 3 reasons it's doing a little less than usual. 1, it's already been out before, as other content, so it's kind of a reprint book. 2 is the fact that this is there's not a bunch of frills and other things like that. I've also got no digital edition. And then 3 is it's on Fund My Comic and not Kickstarter. I think if we went on Kickstarter, it would be probably over 100 backers right now, just from people who were going in on the other Flying Spark stuff. And then 4, it's not the main storyline, right? These are separate stories. And even though they matter, I make every story matter. I'm not like Marvel or DC. These aren't filler things. But we are, these are still, side issues at the end of the day. So, that is what it is. And I think we're doing great with all that in mind. So I appreciate you guys backing. It's all about reading the books. You guys go, I blame Smiller never helps. Yeah. I'm trying to cultivate a readership that's here for the actual stories. And it's not, that's in our circles. That's a bit of an uphill battle. I know a lot of it's personality driven or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I want to have that readership as a base. I love all the stuff people are just supporting for the YouTube and just like me. That's cool too. However you want to read or however you want to get it is all cool by me. But I do want that core that's really about reading, because it's my goal at the end of the day to have monthly comics coming out and really competing with that mainstream. I don't want to just rest on my laurels and just do a book a year or a book every 2 years or something. So please check this out. Please support our efforts. Get us in there. And if you're not just going to do this, get on Subscribestar, because that's where I'm coming out with my quick content. We got a couple new backers, and we replaced a couple of other backers, and I appreciate you guys for being there and being on the Subscribestar. Every new comic I come out with comes out on here. We're doing some serial stuff. I'm using all the money from this just to pay for art. It is going right back into the business. And the folk I haven't announced this yet, but the folk at the $20 tier, if I have your address, so make sure to put your address in there, you're going to be getting something very cool in the next couple of weeks. I've got something completely exclusive and a neat little gift for the people at the $20 tier, which I've actually got a lot. So you guys are really helping out, fund the art and stuff like that. So I wanted to give back a little, something physical at this point. So it'll be cool. Check it out. That's the Subscribestar. I also did a little compiling over the weekend, which is pretty neat. But before we get into the main graphic novels, of everything I've come out with. So this is pretty wild. So I've actually done 44 comic releases so far. And some of them, some of it's reprints or different variant covers or whatever. But I don't do a lot of variant covers. I do, for my bigger campaigns, I do a book, I do one variant cover, and I do a hardcover version, and that's it. And so having 44 releases given that is pretty cool. The first volume of Flying Sparks didn't even have, I have 45 because volume 1 had a hardcover and I forgot about that. Wow, here we go. Flying Sparks volume 1 hardcover. So these are if people wanted to like go through and try to collect or whatever, this is what we've got. I had Flying Sparks Hannah's Story was the first thing I produced. And this is when I first made Flying Sparks. Hannah's Story is included in the companion volume here. I made it. I did the issue, and I had it. I didn't print it yet. I just had it done of Flying Sparks issue 1, and I was like, okay, well, it starts out with like, and Johnny and Chloe are boyfriend and girlfriend in a coffee shop. Metagirl's out fighting some guy on top of the coffee shop, and Johnny's like, "Why do you have bruises? What's going on here?" And and that's kind of how Flying Sparks starts. But how did they meet, right? And so I did a quick and this is a slice of life vignette, sort of Menger style, as a 8-pager before that happened. So this is like a prequel I did right after the first issue, just kind of test things. And this is when I was getting in with Jethro Morales, who ended up doing the full art. I always test people on a short story first before hiring them to do all the art. And so I had him test on this, and then I was like, oh, you can print these 8-pagers from Kablam for like not much. So I printed 25 copies of it or something, and got it. It was the first thing I ever printed, and was very happy with that. So if you have one of those are pretty dang rare, and they're gone now. I don't have them anymore. But the story is in Flying Sparks Companion. Then I went on to do volume 1, of course, and that continued on the Flying Sparks stuff for a while. Where were we? Where's my actual page of this that I had up? Here it is. Volume 1's came out. I did Metaman Special right after Volume 1, and I did this with a different artist, Mike Abuon. This guy who like volunteered to do art. So I was like, oh, cool. If you're going to volunteer, I'll do an issue with you. And I was hoping to actually expand that into a series, but he's not a full-time deal. Add a Sashi. Yeah, dude, Sashi variants will 100%. I'm not going to do a Sashi variant for this. This is already out as single issues. And so you can get this collected edition, have it easy for all your collected stuff. And then we move on, is where we go with this. Just so you know, people who need to complete the story this way, it's easier for them. We did volume 2. And that's when I did my first variant edition. And that was useful in, of course, getting extra cash in there. Then I started work on a book called Clockwork Dancer. And that is still going on. So this gal, Mary MacArthur, is working on this. And she's kind of like a off-the-grid homesteader type of person. And really cool design on this character. I think this might be my best story. I came up with a really cool concept on this. And we have 2 issues of that out now. She's working on issue 3. I mean, she's doing an issue a year, maybe less. So I don't talk about it all that much because it's going so slow. It's going to be a 4-issue series total. And of course, we'll crowdfund the full 4 when that's done. Volume 3 came out, The Cosmic Warrior. This one, again, I started getting so much money off of Flying Sparks. I was like, I commissioned another artist named Clovis Rodriguez from Brazil, and he's a based guy from Brazil. He's awesome. And I wanted to do like a John Carter. Everybody's like, you need a strong male lead. And I'm like, okay. So I did. And then it really didn't sell as well as Flying Sparks. So I learned very quickly, if you have chicks on the cover, it sells better than if you don't have chicks on the cover. But this is really fun. I made this an overtly Christian character fighting against aliens. And I want to do more with this character so that once we get a lot going on the Subscribestar, this is going to be one of those ones, because Cloves is ready to go. He's wanting more work from me. It's just, the sales of this one were a little less than everything else. And I don't know why, because it's really good. But so I'll put that as one of the Subscribestar sort of like, we're going to have to rotate artists because they can't crank out a book a month. I can on the scripts, but the artists are going to have to rotate. So you'll probably get like 1 a quarter out of the Cosmic Warrior, then 1 a quarter out of like something else. But this will be in the rotation for sure. If you've read this, it's grab the graphic novel. If you've not, it's on my website. Spectacular Comics. I always do a bunch of short comics, so I was compiling them at this point. Dynamite Thor was really fun. So I started working with a guy who really likes Golden Age stuff. So I decided to take some like public domain character and then modernize him a little bit. And we also went back and we restored his Golden Age comics. So like all the colors were fixed so you can actually read them along with it. The hardcover's got both in it. And it's just like, that's my favorite hardcover I produced because it's got Golden Age stuff with my story. It's really cool. Then we did Robotoad Wrecked Manlet, which came out in 2019. So of course, Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet is a parody of Robotoad Wrecked Manlet because we're faster, chat. That's right. This Ashcan Robotoad Gamma-Tube Live. This is again like there's like 50 copies of this out there, and it's not getting reprinted. So so if you have that, you win. Then I decided to put out Flying Sparks as single issues. So I was like, oh, I'll put up an issue on Amazon to see if I can get some extra stuff on that. And that made me a just a few extra sales, like because people go in on like a $5 thing, like because it's a impulse buy. So I wanted people to check out Flying Sparks, and that was kind of my onus on that. It did okay, but it didn't do well enough to continue doing them all in single issues. There's no point in doing that. The volumes are making so much money comparatively, so I just didn't want to do it. But I had Hannah's story, and then I made a Metagirl origin for as a Kickstarter reward, as a like a add-on sort of thing. And then I had a bunch of character profiles that were done with art. And then I had a Dynamite Thor and Metagirl crossover, which I had done with some random artist who volunteered again. And so I had all these stories, and it was like, oh, that's like 24, 25 pages. So I can put out an issue 0. And this has the origin. This is also included in the companion. So this issue, Metaman special, and then Unleash the Kraken crossover are all in the deal. And so Jethro Morales did the bulk of the art on this, the main Flying Sparks artist. And this did pretty well too. Like 300 copies of this. I just threw it up on Amazon. It's pretty awesome. And then I came out with the Unleash the Kraken. Again, sold about 300 copies on Amazon. So pretty good. And so we did pretty well on that. We did volume 4. AI Wars. Now, this is a science fiction story because I wanted to get more into science fiction and fantasy too. And, I wanted to give that Rebels versus whatever. So I did Rebels versus AI instead of like an evil empire, like actual robots and all that. And this is prophetic by me. I open it up where like humans are enslaved as just like as wagey factory workers by all these robots. And they all get these injections to like make them into docile. So that's it was not COVID vaccine commentary when it came out. But having robots injecting humans and forcing them to take vaccines every day seems pretty poignant now. So that's how this book opens up. It was really good. So Felsbug's finishing this up. This is going to be a 4-issue story too, and we're gonna crowdfund that once we have all 4 together. He's done a side story, which he actually wrote himself, which is going to be on the Subscribestar also. And so that's going to tie into that. And of course, we put up both these issues on Subscribestar too. So go subscribe. Go subscribe to that. We'll eventually get there to that 300 people on there. It's just gonna be awesome once we get there. Hey, and not Anthony Gonzalez Clark. Yeah, a really good book. And I actually am very excited to work with you on a book too. I just got to catch up, catch up on all my ideas and everything I'm doing. We had Clockwork Dancer 2, Cosmic Warrior, Deus Volt. You guys remember that was pretty cool. That worked really well, and I loved it. The artist, even though we did very well out of it, artist wanted a lot of money per page, and so we're not quite there yet. And so that's not really going to be having a sequel. It ends pretty well, so I'm happy with the way it is. High School Girl in the Crusades. Of course, that is a parody of Deus Volt. I just kind of flipped the script on it. If Deus Volt is a fantasy crusader or a real world crusader going into a fantasy world, we have a fantasy manga gal going into a crusade. And so me and the Quaff did a parody of my own book, and it's very funny. And so we did that. That was awesome. And hey, what's going on, Ray? Good to see you. Henry Thrun, good to see you. El Hombre, good to see you. Hypnotoad. I love Bloodstain. I'd love to have her on the channel at some point too. Linda Sajik's awesome. We'll see about that. And of course, we did our Korean manga variant, which is really funny. Like it is I advertise it as a completely unreadable comic, and it sold out. So that's another one that's never going to be reprinted. We have 3 things. We did Blunder Island, which is right here. The Quaff and I did this. I just did this as a website exclusive, so I hope you didn't miss out on it. And I think I have like 2 copies left. I don't. You can try to bribe me for one if you want. Spectacular Comics. I compiled all my short stories into one. Overmind, of course, this is our like flagship book now. Yeah, you'll like DS Volt. Just grab it. It's I have it on my website, so I'll definitely sell it to you. My website is just delarose.com store. So it's this is DS Volt's really good. If I'm ranking my writing and my stories, not the art necessarily. I'm not going to rank my artists because that's mean. But if I rank my stories, I'm going to go with I think Clockwork Dancer is probably my number 1 story, best just objectively. Overmind's probably 2, DS Volt's probably 3, because I thought I had a pretty good story. Can I scan a No, I can't. No, we did no. There's no digital versions of this. It is it. We just did it. So Overmind's like my flagship now. Ayla Rin as a character, we've got this whole Terran Imperium I'm building out, and world building out. We've got a novel that ties into it. I'm going to have Space Marine stories that come out of it, space pirates that come out of it. There's going to be this is going to be your Star Wars universe right here, is what it is. It's going to be cool. We have a whole line, a universe of comics in space, which you don't get out of a lot of comic companies. They do superhero universes, but they never do anything like this. That's going to be an awesome thing. So, yeah, enjoy your lunch. Yes, your copy of Blunder Island's based on a true story. It's really funny. Of course, we have Flying Sparks Volume 5 and The Companion. And then we haven't totally announced this yet, but next is going to be Top Grift. I'll just put forthcoming. And I finished the script over the weekend while I was sick here. It's super funny. And Mike S. Miller is doing a full book, so he's not just doing my cover. Yes, it's gonna be our Top Grift. It's so great. So that's everything we're working on right now. Of course, I've got a ton of stuff in the pipeline. If you want to see the full list of my pipeline stuff, that's all in the Subscribe Starts too. I give monthly updates on where we're at on everything. And of course, we got more prose books coming out too for the people who like to read. Yeah, moving forward all the way around. I like comics a little better, as you know. I'm a comic collector, and I also I can just write stories faster with comics, which makes me happy. I know the artists have to take more time, but that's not my time, so it's better. So here we go. And I'm ADD, so I just I want to move on to the next story by the time I finish with a novel. That's the tough part for me. Let's go into the new releases of the week now, guys, my friends. Thank you for indulging me on all my comic past and shilling and all that. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys supporting our art. New releases this week. Let's get into the news. 10 Dance Volume 7. I'm going to pass on that. Archie, bite-sized Archie. I guess it's like a chibi Archie kind of. Artists in Korea. This is Quaff's book. Look at this. Avengers, New Avengers, Modern Era Epic Collection. Even though I hate the modern stuff, the Bendis New Avengers is not bad. And so I'll be picking this up. I'll be reviewing it, of course. Let's see. Baltimore Omnibus, Volume 1. I've already got this in hardcover, but a trade paperback. Barbarella, Woman Under... I think this is Sarah Hoyt. It is. This is Sarah Hoyt. I'm going to get this to review it. I don't expect it to be good because Sarah Hoyt's usually completely unreadable from what I've seen. And she's been a bitch to me too. So I'm going to get this to review. That's what I'll say on that. Let's see. Batman Adventures Omnibus. Oh, this is cool. So this is the Batman based on the Batman Adventures cartoon. It's written by Kelly Puckett. Kelly Puckett wrote Batgirl when it was Cassandra Cain for a bit. and really disappeared. I cannot find the guy. He doesn't do comics anymore from what I can tell, and I just don't know what happened to him. Apparently he was from my area, the Bay Area here, but he's just gone. Now, I don't like these side out of continuity things usually. I get every Batman omnibus, though. I'm a little simp for that. So I will be getting this. Batman Justice Buster Volume 1. Batman Under the Red Hood Deluxe Edition. So there's a deluxe edition for Under the Red Hood and the Lost Days. I don't remember when this Under the Red Hood was. Judd Winnick. I might have to get this too, because I think these are Batman things that are uncollected except for in trade paperback. I'll probably grab that. Judd Winnick's a good writer. Boogeyman Volume 1. Monsters only exist in children's minds, except for not. Yeah, it sounds fun. Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson. Oh my gosh. Pass on that. And Volume 10. Daredevil Guardian Devil Gallery Editions. These gallery editions are really big. Oh, this is the Kevin Smith one? Oh, geez. Pass. Terrible. Ruined Karen Page as a character. Kevin Smith sucks. Darwin Incident Volume 1. Not sure what that is. DCRWBY? No idea. Deceased. Zombie DC. Yeah. Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 3. This is not Dino King, my friends. This is Dinosaur Sanctuary, right? Suzuma Suvanume. Dino Land. Dino Island. Oh, I wonder where he gets his ideas from. Okay. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 15. Dragon Age box set. They had Dragon Age comics. I liked Dragon Age, the video game. I played it. Elektra Black and White. Who did this? Charles Soule? Mark Bagley? I might get this. This is kind of cool. I don't love Elektra that much either, though. I don't love Frank Miller either. I'm sorry, guys. I know that's like sacrilege. Evil Ernie Lives. Okay. It's kind of an odd thing. I've never been into Evil Ernie. Scott Lobdell. Is this new? Weird. Family Time trade paperback. I'm not sure what that is. Looks wholesome. Fantastic Four Epic Collection, The Crusader Syndrome. This gets into 141 to 167. We're getting closer to John Byrne's run. Yeah, this is one of the ones like I read Amazing Spider-Man as it comes out. I read Daredevil as it comes out for the old ones. And I read Fantastic Four, and I've just been keeping up on those. So I will do that with this one also. I'll actually head to the I haven't gone to the comic shop for 3 weeks because I just was busy 2 weeks ago. Last week, I did. I'm sorry, but I didn't pick up my trade paperbacks. I just grabbed Ms. Marvel #1 because it was a collector's edition. I had to review that for you guys. I'm behind, but I need to get. This is like appointment reading for me. This is appointment reading. Love Fantastic Four old stuff. I've never read for Frank Miller. I've never read #1 Top G fan. Yes, top. Yeah, you guys get it. Top Grift is happening. Script's done. Mike's working on it. So, we're gonna do something special on this too, and I'll let you know. Fiendish is really good. I love it. I thought she did a great job on that. Is Blunder Island on the same archipelago as Boy Island? Boy Island, to my knowledge, doesn't even exist. Who knows? So, have you guys read Frank Miller's Ronin though? Like, is that worth getting? Because I know he's actually putting out a Ronin 2. Frank Miller's got a new company out called Frank Miller Presents, where he's got a full line, a full slate of stuff. One of them is Ronin 2. So I've been curious about Ronin, the original one. Is it worth? Will I like it or will I not like it? I don't like Sin City, and I don't like his Daredevil, and I don't like his Elektra. So will I like this? Let me know. I thought his Batman Year One was okay. Far Cry Esperanza. I think it's a Far Cry comic book. Free Life is a Fantasy Online Immortal Volume 5. Whew, these titles. Gotham City Year One. Who did this one? Tom King. Hard pass. Hard pass. Gru, Gods Against Gru. Oh, Sergio Aragonis. This is quality cartooning. Good stuff. They need a Gru omnibus. That'd be awesome. House of Slaughter, Volume 3. Okay. Insufferable by Mark Waid. I know you guys are not big Mark Waid fans. I love these series. You will probably not like Vernon. Okay. Okay, then I won't get it. Insufferable. So he had Irredeemable, Incorruptible, and Insufferable, and these are and Incorruptible and Insufferable spun off. And Irredeemable is it's Kingdom Come. He just copy pasted Kingdom Come, where Superman like has absolute authority and goes too far. And then just like took it to the next level. But it's really good. I mean, let's be honest, Kingdom Come's great. And so I loved these series when they were coming out in issues. And I asked Mark Waid to come on the channel, but he doesn't want to for some reason. Sucks. Joker 1 Operation Joker Volume. Why is it got kanji on it? What the heck? Satoshi. They did this is like a fake Manger. Fake Manger Joker. Okay. Pass. Karma trade paperback. Now this is so I was talking about Linda Sajic and Bloodstain earlier. Oh no, this isn't. It looks like the Sajic guy's art though. That's her like her husband. This is I'm sure this is yeah, it is. There it is. Stefan Sajic. Yeah, it is his cover art. I thought so. Okay. He's a pretty he gets pretty raunchy with his cover art, but I mean he draws the ladies very pretty. So there you go. I don't know what this is. Alex is a photographer for an ad agency. Gets a call one day from a friend asking him to fill in a photo shoot in the Valley. The swimwear shoot is on set. He has a chance encounter with Karma, one of the lead models. She's a fiercely independent woman, of course, who's been working on being more than a star, but a brand. In Alex, she sees someone new to her world, someone unjaded by it, someone fresh-eyed, and thinks it could be fun opening his mind to new adventure. Oh boy, sounds degenerate. New trade paperback edition of this erotically charged graphic novel. Oh boy. So it's a romance novel. Interesting. I like Stefan Sajic's art though, even though it's degenerate. It's about Joker taking care of a baby bat. Oh god, really? Is that real? Yeah, Irredeemable was good. Top Grift Year 1. Oh god. Koshke in Hell hardcover. This is in the Magnolaverse here. I hope a lot of these get into omnibuses because I've got some of that and I love the omnibuses. Lights graphic novel. I don't know about this. This looks like CalArts. Loki Modern Era. So they've got volume 2 already. Oh, because the stupid TV series is coming out. Volume 1 was so bad. This was hard to read. Like volume 2, I don't know. I don't know about this. I'll probably read it anyway because I've got all the Epic collections. They're making it hard on me though. I don't want these. Lovecraft Unknown. Magical Angel, Creamy Mammy, and the Spoiled Prince. What the fuck? Oh, Japan. Marvelverse Ironheart trade paper. Oh yeah, this is what you're hoping for, chat. Yes. That's what you're hoping for. Those are the digest editions that are cheap. Memoria trade paperback. That looks classy. Mighty Marvel Masterworks. These are the digests of the old stuff. So reprinting the Marvel Masterworks, but in digest form. This is Hulk Volume 3. So it goes up to, I think, issue 30. Moon on a Rainy Night. A high school girl's chance encounter with an enigmatic female classmate whose musical... took her leads a blossoming love. Gay stuff. My Little Pony Volume 2. I didn't know they still had My Little Pony. Is it IDW still? It is. Okay. Well, you can read that if you want. Nightclub Volume 1. It's a vampire story. Nightclub. Get it? Oh, Mark Miller. I'll read this. Because, he's our guy. Nightwing Volume 2, Fear State. I don't know what the Fear State is. DC's got their events going constantly. I don't know that anybody cares anymore. Noragami Omnibus Volume 7. I heard Noragami's pretty good. Is Noragami pretty good, chat? Yeah, Full Circle was great. That was Mark Waid too. It's good stuff. Oh, Alex, it was not Mark Waid. It was just Alex Ross. Yeah. No, I did a review of it. So it's on the channel here. I have it. It is top tier. Top tier. Mark Waid did a Fantastic Four prestige graphic novel like last year too, though. And I forget what it's called. But it's really good also. Both of them were great. Fantastic. Those are best stuff I've read in a long time. Otaku Elf, Volume 6. This is Queenie stuff. Queenie degeneracy right here. I'm not going to read that, but Queenie would. Plus-sized elf. Oh, this is Queenie stuff right here. This is what she wants. I'm going to save this picture for her and just send it to her. That's what she wants. Pure degeneracy right here, Chad. Red Goblin Volume 1. I don't understand. Red Goblin, Gold Goblin. Why don't they just... I don't know. It's too much. Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiolides, Red Sonja. That might be pretty good. And it's a hardcover. That might be pretty decent. Scarlet Witch 2023. A lot out this week. I'll pass on that. Steve Orlando usually is terrible. She-Hulk by Mariko Tamaki. Why does Mariko Tamaki keep getting work? I don't understand it. She is a disaster. Everything she's written has been terrible. Absolutely unreadable. Absolutely unreadable. Crazy stuff. But she keeps getting work. If She-Hulk, I guess that's what she should be on. Remember when John Byrne did She-Hulk and they didn't have these lousy people? Sheena Volume 1, Queen of the Jungle. Oh, look at this. Written by Jethro Morales? Oh, no, this is backwards. Stephen Mooney is the writer and Jethro is the artist. So Jethro was the Flying Sparks artist, and he got hired by Dynamite on this, and then he blocked me when I was asking where my pages were at, and I paid him for pages too. So something happened with Dynamite and him where he wasn't allowed to work with me anymore. Spider-Man 2099, Dark Genesis. I guess they got a new 2099. Who's writing this? Steve Orlando. Ugh. It's too bad they just don't have Peter David doing it. Peter David did a great job on all that. Snelson Comedy is Dying. Wrath of Khan. That's not even a comic. Spot It, Double Trouble. It looks like a kid's book. Storm King Comics, Dark and Twisted Death Mask. That looks pretty neat. Superman 78, Batman 89 box set. I like these old school sort of things. And these are done by Robert Venditti. They're pretty good. I like the classic kind of like, oh, that's the movie version. We're doing that. Superman Kal-El returns. Tom Taylor, my buddy. How exciting. Superman versus Meshi. They really are doing they're really working hard to try to make these into mangers. Of course, he's got chopsticks and eating rice. My God, these people, they love it. It's like a Blue Beetle in his taco. Terror Man Volume 1. This looks cool. This is Blaze Publishing. Blaze is cool. Jung Woo Min has a special ability, one that lets him see a path that leads to misfortune or disaster. Uses Eyes of Misfortune to spot these events and stop them. Disguising himself as a terrorist, he begins his power to save the people from certain danger. It's pretty neat. Terror Man. That would have gotten canceled in 2003. There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover, Volume 2. High School Gal Pals. Oh, geez. What's with all the lesbian stuff? Tokyo Revenger Omnibus, Volume 7. Trapped in a Dating Sim, World of Otome Games is Tough for Mobs, Volume 8. Okay. Treese, Volume 6, High Tide at Midnight. Filipino graphic novel series. Venom by Al Ewing. I have no idea how this is. Al Ewing's not a bad writer. Venom Modern Era. Oh, gosh, there's a lot coming out. Epic Collection. Agent Venom. Agent Venom sat wrong with me when this came out. They gave the Venom symbiote to Flash Thompson, who was a war vet who lost his legs. And then he then would run around as Venom and be just a little too rough of a agent for the military. And it just it didn't feel right. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just didn't feel right. Whack Fu Volume 1, Quest for Heliotrope Dophus. Jeez. What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says, Volume 2. This looks like a more wholesome romance here. And Wrapped Up the Complete Collection. Don't know what that is. Looks like a kid's book. So I guess my picks of the week. I'm looking at all this stuff. are going to be nothing on this page. Nothing on this page. John Byrne's She-Hulk was great. Absolutely amazing. My picks of the week. I mean, I'm getting this. I'm not excited about it. I'm getting this. I'm not excited about it. Batman Adventures. I like Kelly Puckett. I'm interested. Batman Under the Red Hood. I'm interested. I'm not like thrilled, but I am liking a lot of stuff this week. Like I'm like 7 out of 10 excited. Batman Fantastic Four Epic Collection is going to be my pick of the week, I believe, though, because that's appointment reading for me. And I don't think anything else really even makes it. I usually do 3 picks of the week, but I think that's the only one that like I'm like, yes, I want to read this week. Beyond that, they're like meh, and that's it. So that is the graphic novels of the week. Let's head over to Kickstarter and see what we've got going. This is my. I didn't mean to go here, but Flying Sparks Comics and Illustration. Oh shoot. Tennis is on and I was not looking. Who's on right now? Ostapenko's on right now. Hold on, guys. I have to ADD this. I just got a text about tennis. I got to find out who's winning. Oh, she's getting her ass beat. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Taylor Fritz and Djokovic are on next, so that's going to be exciting. Midnight Tiger, The Complete Origin. They're promoting this heavily just because the character's black. Is what they do. All New Lady Death is still crushing it out there. Let's sort by newest. So we can go to just the new stuff. Sisterhood trade paperback. Looks degenerate. Mummifying Experience. Should we go into this? Zero Pledge. This just came out, I guess. That's pretty, though. I like this art. Who's this? Huh. This is the interiors. It's whammon stuff. Oh, well. Not interested. The Fox Came from the Woods. Tales from Town City. Job Lust. An erotic anthology. Uh-oh. That's a degenerate right there. None of this stuff's really Frankenstein Unconquered. Action horror comics doing okay. Nothing's really getting there. The Witch Party Chibi 18 plus stuff. Creepy. Creepy. Hospice. Spirit of Lust is making money. Of course it is. Paranormal erotic fantasy about a dead girl. So it's necrophilia. This is really degenerate. My God, the stuff that's on Kickstarter, this is disgusting. 20 young woman who had her whole life ahead of her dies mysteriously and unexpectedly, blah, blah. One night was visiting her friends, catches a girl masturbating and is unable to help herself. My God. What the hell? Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. Oh, Jesus. Let's get off this. Of course it's making $5,000. Necrophilia, lesbian Kickstarter shit. Oh my God. Let's see. Jungle Smoke, Not Safe for Work, Jungle Girl comic, of course. See, what I should do is steal some of these cover artists because they look like the cover art looks pretty good on a lot of them. Let's see. None of this stuff's really tracking. Like if they're making $100, they're not even going to fund. Aerith, that guy, like he's part of our like group, but he hates me, and I don't know why he hates me. I have no idea. He sent me his comic book. It was not very good, but he really hates me, and he's not doing very well on Kickstarter here either. Tell him not to hate me. I didn't do anything. I'm a good guy with on-time books. Adventures of Irony and Holly. Magic Lesbians. The Devil's Contract. None of this stuff is like El Crudo. Oh, I think this guy hates me too. No. El Crudo doesn't hate me. It's the other one. Six Gun Gorilla. This is it. There's 2 of these books, guys. Yes. El Crudo's really good. I have this. I don't have this issue, but I have 1 through 4. And this is an 8-book, ape secret agent sort of deal. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, Six Gun Gorilla is the guy who hates me. But this is doing pretty good over on Kickstarter right now. I'm going to link this to the chat because I enjoy this book. Yeah, sorting by newest is what I'm doing. You're not newest, so you wouldn't be coming up in this week's stuff. So yeah, where were we by newest? How are the newest? How is the newest not? Did you notice this? I sorted by newest, and how does it change? These didn't just launch. Ninja Jesus Saga? What the fuck? I isekai'd my boyfriend. When you try to do mangary stuff with like bad art, it doesn't work. There's Spirit of Lust again. Okay, where were we? All this. There's Not Safe for Work Jungle, Moo Comics, Mead Damadees. There's Aerith again. They didn't just show them by newest for real. I mean, obviously it's not the actual newest because it went back to different comics. Bad Donut Comics Cosplay Girls art book. Look at how much that's getting. Should we look at this? I'm going to open these up in new tabs so I don't like lose my place anymore. Let's look at this. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be this is bad. Gee, of course, 254 backers for this garbage. Why are people like this? What the hell? Are people really this big of simps? I mean, come on. You guys are why? Ugh. Oh, it's painful. Go away. Get off my show. Slava Lucas blah blah. I can't tell what that is. Ian Walker Pantheon. It's like Norse gods, but black. So everything has to be black now. That's what I call turning tricks pinup special. Not safe for work, making money. No, it's not making money. This one's making money. Fractured Shards. Is this actually good? Let's look at it. This one looks not degenerate, and it's making money. So it must have something to it. Being published Australia's premier graphic novel business. Uh-oh, did anybody tell Liam this? Has anybody told Liam that there's an Australia's premier graphic novel business named Comics to Movies? Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. And it looks like this is way more backers than Wonder Island, and it's only 25 days to go. Uh-oh. Liam, you're no longer Australia's number one, right? Celestial Princess Volume 1. That looks wholesome. I like that. Nobody's buying it, though, because the art doesn't look that good. Newman's Unveiling the Cosmic Crown. That looks terrible. None of this stuff's going to fund, though. Look at this stuff. None of it's funding, except for Not Safe for Work Zombies. Why would you want? Why does that fund? Every one of those gets money. Naughty Surprise. Look at that. 12,000 pounds. Look at this. Degenerate Elf Girl. $12,000. So all you got to do is just put up porn and you make money. If you don't, you don't make money. It's like almost nothing on here that isn't porn is making money. Orgy of the Blood Freaks. Look at that. $10,000. Okay, and this is stuff we got into last week. So that's all the new stuff. Of the new stuff, Crudo and maybe that Fractured Shards were like the only ones worth looking at. So that's that. I know Yakov wants me to pull up Amaranth Angels, his comic on Kickstarter right now, which has $2,700 raised so far with 66 backers. Me being one of them. This looks like good stuff. It's wholesome. It is something you should check out on Kickstarter today. Let's go to Fund My Comic now. See how things are going on Fund My Comic. Okay, Bronze Star crushing it. There's me, Flying Sparks the Companion. Featured picks at the top. Look at that. We're up at the top of that. Thank you, Luke Stone, for doing that for us. Glad we're on Fund My Comic. Lumia Vox, Volumes 1 and 2. Scribbles. These ones aren't doing so great over here. I don't know. A lot of stuff I've seen from before. There's not a lot of new stuff on here. Soltak Arise issue number 4. I got the Soltak graphic novel. And yeah, that's Fund My Comic. So that we're going to end it as we started it with Flying Sparks, my friend. And we'll be back in a couple hours for our normal Dank stream. So make sure to tune in then for some fun. This is it. Flying Sparks, the companion volume. These are standalone issues. It's a great place to start if you are not reading any of my books yet. These are standalone stories, which are fun. You'll get a sample of my writing. My writing is very straightforward. I'm kind of anti getting too twisty. I'm a little anti subverting expectations. So I subvert your expectations by not subverting expectations. And so I'm trying to tell like classic style superhero tales because that's what I like to read. I like to read fun where the heroes are actually heroes, the villains are actually villains. It works out really well. And people love this book so far. Flying Sparks has just crushed it all the way around. Crossover Magazine calls Flying Sparks the best superhero story of the last 10 years. So if you want to check this out, there's lots of ways to do so on here and support our campaign. We get that $2,000 goal would be very helpful. We have volume 1 for Flying Sparks. If you just want to get it on the main series, this is a spot to start. The companion is also a great spot to start. This is my new graphic novel, 80 pages for you. 80 pages for $25. Very good. We got the complete Flying Sparks at a discount. Honestly, I highly recommend you just grab the complete Flying Sparks. Just read it from start to finish. You'll see how I crafted a story. I set up stuff in issue 1 that pays off all the way in issue 15. I set up stuff in the Metaman special, which is included in the companion, which again pays off in issue 15. I did this in like with a big intentional outline all the way through as I've been writing this. And it really rewards the readers who have been reading the whole series. So I definitely recommend doing this. Get the discount or go in on all my comics if you've not checked it out. I mean, there'll be something for everybody in here. You got the Cosmic Warrior with like John Carter stuff, Deus Volt, as you know, with the fantasy stuff, Overmind with the science fiction. You got Wacky Superhero with Dynamite Thor. You got Flying Sparks, the full series for your like DC style superhero needs. Spectacular Comics has a little of everything too. So good stuff. Yeah, I know this is the problem. Is shipping to the UK sucks. And it just does. It's like $30. And the problem with combining shipping is every pound I go up actually pushes things really badly. Somebody bought my full hardcover set. Mark, talk to me offline. There's a way I can do this. I can ship stuff to you in the UK for not that expensive shipping. The only problem is I can't bag and board it. It comes from a printer in the UK, and the packaging is kind of dubious. So you can get it for, I think, $5 shipping or £5, whatever it is. But it is something that doesn't quite have like, I can't bag and board it and put it all pretty for you. That's the only way to do that. But if you talk to me offline, I'm willing to do that for you. Or you can try out one of my books and see if it comes to you in good condition. Like, I just can't warrant it because of the way that they do things. But yeah, just email me or I've wanted to do that, but I don't want to. It's tough because it's like I don't want to tell backers to do that from the UK. I can't do it to every European country. But I can do it to the UK. And I don't want to tell people to do this because, like, one, I don't want to have to do this with every single person. But two, like, again, like I can't speak to their packaging. So, but if you want a lesser shipping expense by leaps and bounds, is a bag and board worth 20 extra bucks? Probably not. So let me know. I'd be interested in doing that for you. Okay, guys, thank you guys for checking this out. And yeah, we're going to be moving straight ahead, working really hard today and getting more books out for you guys. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed the graphic novels of the week, and we'll see you soon.